It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. A chance tonight to see Klay Thompson do his thing. Clearly one of the best shooters in the game. Can also be a little streaky. Shaq, your thoughts?
You know, he has his cold stretches, Ernie. However, when he gets hot, he can fill it up as fast as anyone.
Underrated because he's a terrific defender. You know, he's always guarding the toughest guy on the perimeter. I think that might take away from his offense at times. And every slow night offensively, he still can help you win.
Standing by with the play-by-play, we get it down to Kevin Harlan.
Kevin!
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Knicks happy to return to New York after the road trip. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they've played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Yeah, they're certainly in better shape than I thought they'd be at this stage of the season. And by now we know when they're at their best, they can compete with any team in the league.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Hey there, Kevin. Well, we all know that Steve Kerr, the Warriors coach, has a great way with his players. He said they see through all the BS. They've got to know that you're in charge and know what you're talking about. But in the end, it's about them. Kevin?
You know what? That humble approach goes a long way, David. Thank you. We are seeing some guys who were role players last year, Doris, now stepping up in their games individually and becoming more prominent.
Well, I think that has to do with two things. First, the off-season work you put in. It's really advanced at this point. And what that work that you put in the off-season does is it raises your confidence level. And when you step between the lines, you better believe you can contribute. So it's, yes, it's skill development, it's strength, it's conditioning, it's nutrition. There's so many things that go into a role player starting to become more assertive and more involved.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. And it's all five All-Stars out there for the Warriors. Curry, Klay, Durant, Green, and Cousins.
See, you can tell Porzingis knows when he's in close, he's got the kind of size, touch, and length to make that look easy.
Pass to Thompson. At 6. A baseline J. A shot that time, not on target. And New York will come the other way. Now, here's Burke. Defense is right there. Ntilikina passes to Hardaway. From the high post. Misses off the left iron.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now. Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Kristaps Porzingis standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
And with Porzingis having the ACL tear, Greg, maybe losing some of his lateral quickness, perhaps accelerating his move to the 5.
I mean, part of his rehab was hitting the weights and just adding strength. I think, if anything, his offensive skill set, though, even more impactful at the 5.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Porzingis making his return after ACL surgery last season.
It's just nice to see him back. I mean, you remember that injury just took the wind out of the Knicks and their fans. However, it set their direction as they took a more long-term developmental approach.
He's perfect from the line this time.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Porzingis with the block.
This guy is showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Cousins against Cantor. And Cousins kicks to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cousins.
0 for 4. They can't buy a bucket.
And again, no good by Golden State. Here's Cantor from 10 feet out. And the Knicks miss again. The Warriors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Cousins, the pass to Durant. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, Kevin Durant goes right up with it. Doesn't give the defense a chance to react.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Cantor with a screen on Curry. Burke dishes to Cantor. Back to Burke. Here's Ntilikina. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Ntilikina's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's all you can do. Tip your cap to Ntilikina, a hard guy to frustrate.
Curry attacking. They double team Curry. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Knicks with possession here. The Knicks leading by 5. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's Curry. A 17-point game for him in the win against Washington. Thompson in the corner. Thompson is double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Knicks now. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Burke kicks to Porzingis. Burke with it. Curry meets him. That's good from Burke on the assist by Porzingis.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Pass to Thompson. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Curry on the wing. Hits the jumper in space. First bucket in this one.
Well, he's a guy that can adapt and adjust to any defense. He's really something to watch.
Cantor inside. Cousins is there. Off the pick. Here's Cantor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cantor's got his first points of the night.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Who's watching here?
Thompson outside. It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway.
Yeah, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
Curry outside. The offensive rebound. Cousins got a piece of it.
Encouraging to see harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
Now here is Hardaway. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Heat in Miami. Here's Porzingis. That one a little long.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball. I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage year after year.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And Doris, you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
Warriors trail by 10. Passes it to Cousins. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
It's almost as if there's a lid right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And it goes down 2 points.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And so here is Golden State following the score by New York. 4 on the clock. And again, no good by Golden State.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Hardaway from outside. That one misses. Durant with some nice D. Warriors trail by 12. Green inside the three-point line. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 3rd assist on the night. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Burke kicks to Porzingis. Back to Burke. Screen by Porzingis. Hardaway against Green. Hardaway, no good. Here's the break. The wide open look for Durant. From outside, off the mark. The Knicks leading by 10. Burke with it. He had 15 points last outing. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Here's Ntilikina, headed by Green. And Durant sends it back.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Warriors trail by 10. Now here's Livingston. Now Iguodala. Iguodala draws the double. Back to Livingston. Jerebko the screen. Top of the key. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
The Knicks making a switch here. Hezonja's checked in. And here's Moutier. There's a screen by Robinson. Pass to Hezonja. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jerebko. Evans passes to Iguodala. It's deflected. To the paint, and now the Knicks on the break. Hezonja's shot is off.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for New York.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim. Those tend to be far more efficient.
And he makes the first. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of everybody's best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Warriors, #1.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Now here's Moutier. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Robinson kicks to Moutier. Courtney Lee's on the wing, looking to end the drought. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Warriors trail by 8. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg, especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Boy, when you look at the New York Knicks and their recent draft history, they didn't have a first rounder in 2012, 2014, and 2016. They're obviously feeling the effects of that now, Kev.
And the first one drops. And on the subject of draft picks, with the salary cap, Doris, it really helps to get production from guys who are still on rookie contracts.
Well, Kevin, there is no doubting the fact that every roster spot has huge value in today's NBA. With the game played at the fast pace that we see nowadays, you've got to have production up and down the roster. Those rookie contracts help in your overall salary structure. That's why those are so key.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Two shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, back-to-back titles for the Golden State Warriors since the arrival of Kevin Durant. You think about the Western Conference Finals a year ago, the Rockets gave them a run for their money, but no one able to impede the progress of this championship procession.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And through last season, the Warriors boasting the most wins of any team, Doris, over a 5-year span in NBA history.
They are simply shattering records for wins left and right, and if they keep this core together, there's no sign that this is going to slow down anytime soon.
There's Azania after the Warriors pick up 3. Right side, Lee. Robinson. Bell with the block.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Warriors trail by 5. Livingston dishes to Urebko. Kicks it to Evans.
And you know what, call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Lee passes to Hazania. Out to Lee. Back to Hazonia. Over Urebko. Bank shot. No good.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Here's Livingston. Pass to Bell. Dishes it to Livingston. Urebko the screen. Livingston passes to Evans. Here's Knox. He's covered by Iguodala.
Well, a chance to check out Andre Iguodala, how he performed last season. Last season, he averaged 6 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now, here's Livingston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Great look, but off the mark.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Evans, following the score by New York. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Stolen by Robinson. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Livingston. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Once considered a huge bust, Mario Hezonja has started to come alive and find his place in the NBA.
Let's remember, this is a man who got his rookie option declined and had to make the most of some chances and showed he still has upside last season. This guy was thought to be on the verge of leaving the NBA, but is starting to come around.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Well, looking at this Warriors team, some say the best offensive team in NBA history. Doris, would you agree?
I don't necessarily love comparing over eras. What I would say is they've got one of the best pure scorers ever in Kevin Durant, 2 all-time great shooters in Clay and Steph, and then Draymond Green, one of the best playmaking bigs we've ever seen. I'll tell you, they'd compete with just about anybody.
Now here's Evans. Robinson with the block, and he recovers it, and that one drops.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
New York leading by 7. Here's Moutier. Got it. Good job in the low post.
This is a strength of Moutier's, right? Get into the lane, put your speed to good use.
Pass to Livingston. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Livingston's got his second basket.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Hezonja kicks to Moutier. Over in the corner, Lee.
Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. They throw good. Robinson. He's off on the second.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Lee against Evans. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Lee. Moutier with the ball. And so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
I've been a player that thought he knew it all. Thought he was the best thing walking, and you know, I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So Of course, my game has grown. My knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ. But it's just the typical thing from a rookie to, a veteran.
And you know, Greg, you see it on the floor now. When Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. They've got Evans, Jonas Jerebko out there with Bell, and there's Iguodala. And it's Livingston in at the point guard position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
And so it's New York with it, following the score by Golden State. And a wide open look for Lee. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game. Livingston passes to Jerebko. Evans up top. Bell dishes to Livingston. 6 on the shot clock. Over Moutier. Livingston no luck.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Moutier. To the left wing. Knox. No good on the triple. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. That one good for 2.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. There's at times out there things get a little heated. Some people feel like the whistle's being blown too quickly on some of these technical fouls. What do you think?
I would actually completely disagree, Kevin. I think there are certain players who are given far too much latitude and others for whom the whistle does come too quickly. So I think it would be better and more helpful to the officials, the teams, and also the fans to understand what is and what does cross a line. Because to me, there's no consistency. There's a lot of confusion. And I think it works both ways. Sometimes too long of a leash, sometimes too short.
Excellent appraisal. The free throw drops for Cousins.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Now here's Cantor. He had 16 points in the win against Miami.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
And he's good on the second.
And the size, quickness, and defense of Ntilikina reminds some of a young Sean Livingston, a unique point guard with a promising future.
Curry gets the bucket.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here is Hardaway. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Cantor, the pass to Porzingis. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
It's Curry outside, and Cantor pulls it down. New York leading by 7. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Golden State. Cousins has got his 6th rebound on the night. The shot by Thompson, no good. New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Stolen by Thompson. And now Durant running the floor, galloping all by himself.
Well, Klay Thompson is as effective on the defensive end as he is on the offensive end. Really good reach there to knock that thing away.
Now here's Burke, guarded closer. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Burke, guarded by Curry. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long distance look right there.
Curry kicks to Green. Here's the screen. He dishes it to Thompson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, there's a certain level of poise there. There's also length and athleticism. Nice shot by Klay.
Burke, the pass to Porzingis. To the paint. Here's Cantor. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
I don't think you can help but admire what Draymond Green brings to the floor on a night-by-night basis. This guy plays with a giant chip, and he wants his teammates to come with him. Well, let's remember that Draymond Green was drafted in the 2nd round, but that competitive fire runs deep, and he has memorized the names of the 34 players selected ahead of him. Talk about holding a grudge.
And he knocks down the first one. And despite all his success, Draymond continues to play with a chip on his shoulder.
Well, there remains, Kevin, a desire to prove his critics wrong, and it served as great fuel to keep this guy hungry and focused.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Draymond Green obviously gives you a lot of things, Doris, but what really jumps out on the stat sheet are the assists he picks up.
Well, I think Draymond Green would tell you that it's helpful to have terrific scorers around you, but what this young guy does have is incredible vision, an unselfish and focused mindset. Draymond Green is an asset to any organization.
And so it's Golden State with it after New York gets the 3. Durant against Hardaway. 4 on the shot clock. The turnaround jumper. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Durant.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Cantor kicks to Hardaway. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Thompson. Cantor, the pass to Burke. Shoots over Curry. Burke can't get it to go.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Thompson with the bucket.
Well, Klay Thompson has just about every shot in his arsenal, including that high arcing floater.
Burke, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Burke. Out to Porzingis. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. And 12 points for Porzingis.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
It's tipped. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena. No good from Durant.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Porzingis can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's Burke following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Curry with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. The Knicks leading by 5. Now Burke. Cantor sets the pick for Burke. Knocked away. And the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball. And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage of look as you can really get.
Here's Hardaway. Following the basket by Stephen Curry.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Now, here's Green. 17 points for him last game against Washington.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against Miami. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Warriors trail by 3. Thompson outside. Green, the screen. Thompson outside. Fades. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Burke. Defense is right there. There's a screen by Cantor. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you think about the New York Knicks last season and any number of challenges they faced. Jarrett Jack was probably the closest thing they had to a legit playmaker in the NBA. Here's a guy who led his team with 5.5 assists per game.
And that one falls for Burke. And Dora's talking about the Knicks. Even without a dedicated playmaker, they were still above league average in the assist category.
Well, they show you that you can conquer that metric with shared responsibility. And that certainly works if you're moving the basketball well. But you also, I think, need that one guy who, when everything else breaks down, can make a play for himself or for a teammate.
Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, Kev, you've got to love the aggression from the young Porzingis coming off that screen.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Curry on the wing. Now, here's Thompson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington. Shot clock at 3. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Thompson's got 9 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Burke kicks to Porzingis. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Well, the IQ is just off the charts for Steph Curry. He senses when the defense has left someone open, and I guarantee you he will put it on time and on target.
Here's Burke following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Porzingis passes to Burke. Here's Azania. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 6 assists now in the game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Green. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Golden State.
His shot's hitting on another level here in a second. I mean, it's looking effortless now.
They set the screen. Hazonia kicks to Nilikina. That shot, no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. To the middle. Shot's good by Green. Green's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
The shot's good.
Don't let the size fool you, Mr. Harlan. Steph Curry can get the job done inside.
It's Hazonia in the corner. Porzingis passes to Nilikina. Porzingis against Cousins. A little shot fake there, got the D out of position. Porzingis has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
Screen by Cousins. Down low. Seconds left.
Well, that's where you see the IQ of Klay Thompson, a step ahead of everyone else. A beautiful delivery.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And here's Evans outside.
A tough-nosed defender, right? Lee is so physical and up to the challenge.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Steve, searching for energy here tonight on your home court. Then, of course, Steph Curry takes over. I know he's great, but what does he do for this team?
He brings the crowd to life here. Even on a night where he's off, like tonight, he's still capable of getting it going in a hurry, and that's what gets these fans excited.
He's got into building range. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Golden State's first quarter could have gone much better. Abysmal shooting from the field, miss after miss, and unable to get into any kind of rhythm. They simply could not put together an efficient offensive run. In the second quarter, however, they were not the same team, turning the game upside down. They played smart, energetic basketball, and were able to blaze out to a 5-point lead. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
The three-point shot has really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. If they keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
Welcome back to New York City. Some street art on the wall of the Canal Street subway station in Soho, south of Houston, just down the way from us. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Warriors leading by 5. Inside, it's Porzingis and Cantor. Burke is out there with Ntilikina, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now.
I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. And stolen by Cousins. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Knicks hope to build a contender around their star player, Kristaps Porzingis. He said playoff experience would be huge at this point in my career. The sooner, the better. That's the only thing I'm focused on. What I need to do on the court to play better, make my team win. Kevin, we'll see if they can get there together.
Thanks, D.A.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands, and the strength to create space.
Well, Klay Thompson showing off the handle in that instance. What a pretty move.
And here is Burke. 5 points in the game. Porzingis with a screen on Curry. On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Durant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And it goes on Draymond Green. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a 3-point shot to his repertoire.
First free throw is good. Well, he was fired by the Grizzlies 19 games into last season, Doris, but Coach David Fizdale with a fresh start now with the Knicks in New York.
Well, you think about in Memphis, he tried to shift from the grit and grind to a more modern NBA style, and I think he encountered some resistance there. With the Knicks, more of a clean slate, a chance to build the culture from the ground up.
One big problem for the Knicks last season, Doris, the offense was okay, but the defense let them down.
Right, and the one area that was a strength was shot blocking. But a good defense requires far more than that. It requires quickness. It requires on-point rotations. Their defensive rating ended up being in the bottom 10 last year, Kevin.
And stolen by Cousins. Warriors leading by 4. Left side Durant. They kick it out to Green. It's rebounded by New York. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Porzingis passes to Burke. There's a screen by Kanter. 5 on the clock. Hardaway from outside. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Cousins. Got a hand on it. Outside Hardaway. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
No good on the free throw. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former all-star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors in the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Tough start to the second half. Just 1 for 5. Wow.
Green kicks to Livingston. That shot off the mark. Knicks trail by 4. Kanter, high post. New York moving the ball around. Back to Burke. To the right side. Here's Ntilikina. Not really his range, and it's off target.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Now, here's Cantor. Here's Burke. Shoots a three. And the Knicks miss again. On the wing, Thompson. The pass to Livingston. Green, the screen. Livingston kicks to Green. Here's Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way. And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. Last season, he played outstanding. 7th in assists and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Cantor, the pass to Porzingis, uses the glass to finish the layup. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter. And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, you know, he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
Well, Draymond Green has the ability to put the ball on the deck. With the size and speed combined, look out.
Back to Burke. He kicks to Cantor. Over Cousins. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket for Enes Kanter.
Boy, Cantor, if he's that deep, the defense has no chance. Excellent at getting his shot up there.
They set the pick. Green dishes to Thompson. He'll not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. Burke with it. 5 points in the game. Here's Ntilikina. And the rejection by Cousins.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Livingston, that's good.
Boy, how crafty is Sean Livingston getting into space in the mid-range. This is his game right here.
Screen by Porzingis. Ntilikina kicks to Burke. Right side Hardaway. Clock at 6. Over Durant. Hardaway, no good.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And he comes up with the deuce.
I think you always have to be looking for the man in the middle, and he finds him with a great feed that time.
Here's Porzingis following the score by Golden State. Here's Burke. It's stolen by Green. Here's Durant. Goes back up, and the layup is up and in. Durant's got 12 points in the game.
This is what pure scorers do. They find ways to create points. KD doing work.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and for two squads that don't know each other all that well, this should be an intriguing battle.
Right. In a matchup where you don't see the opponent often, there should be a lot of surprises. I don't know what to expect.
Both teams will make substitutions. Knicks trail by 10. Moutier kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Knox. Screen by Porzingis. To the paint. Here's Moutier. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Moutier's got his second bucket.
Well, Emmanuel Moutier, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Warriors have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Cousins inside, guarded by Robinson. Back to Evans. A baseline J. Nice jump shot. Good. Evans has got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. New York's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Moutier kicks to Porzingis to the left side wing. No good from outside.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Cousins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
As fearless and physical as he is, Boogie gets to the line more than just about anyone.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. The Warriors making a switch here. Bell's checked in.
Well, think about Sean Livingston. He seemed to be ahead of the curve from day one. Here's a man who could walk at 7 months, or maybe I should say baby who could walk at 7 months. He was reading by the age of 3, playing basketball by the age of 6, kind of a prodigy, guys.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Jerebko's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Porzingis snaps a 2, and that one goes long. And you look at Livingston in high school, 5-star recruit, and already a fan favorite because of the way he played.
Well, Sean Livingston is an unbelievable passer. He's got great court sense. He's a perfect leadership presence in the locker room. And think about his story, the gruesome injury that certainly took a toll in his career, but the ability to fight back and make yourself an integral part of a team that has now won multiple championships. You talk about great talent, but even tougher mentality.
That one misses. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before. So it was exciting on a number of levels.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
11 feet away. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, obviously it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
Lee against Evans. Lee passes to Knox. Some nice passing by New York here. Back to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis kicks to Moutier. Banked in off the glass. Moutier's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, Moutier, tough shot through contact. That is nice.
Livingston with it. Now defended by Moutier.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Outside, Porzingis. Over Jerebko. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Porzingis.
It hasn't mattered the scheme or the defender. Kristaps Porzingis is simply cooking right now.
Now here's Iguodala. Kicks it to Bell. Beyond the arc. Jerebko can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
There's Lee with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Now it's just a 3-point Warrior lead. The Warriors shooting well. They're at 45%. Pass to Jerebko. They set the pick. The feed to Evans. And Evans throws it down.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
And here are the Knicks now. The Warriors making the shot.
Wow, that's the mobility of Porzingis gliding in for the finish.
Now Livingston, 8 points for him. Now the pass to Jerebko. Back to Livingston. Jerebko the screen. Shot off the pick. Livingston passes to Jerebko.
Well, it's the size that Livingston presents at the point guard spot that's so unique. This guy is terrific finding the open man.
Moutier kicks to Porzingis. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
Absolutely. You have to execute. No reason why they can't get a couple of chances at scores.
Now, here's Livingston. Bell's shot is good. Bell's got 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, nothing like having excellent interior position and the athleticism to finish. Jordan Bell, step to the mic, sir.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
It couldn't have come at a better time. With the score being as close as it is, he had to make that play.
Knicks trail by 3. Now, here's Moutier. 9 points in the game so far. West to Porzingis.
Well, you have got to love the versatility of Kristaps Porzingis. Unbelievable shooting touch at 7'3". Can also be a monster on the defensive end. Good luck, future of the NBA.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
That free throw, no good. So both teams changing it up here. And he's good on the second. Curry fires from way outside. That shot off the mark. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors ahead, up by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. New York trailing. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Bell, Jonas Jerebko out there with Iguodala. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Evans in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Moutier. Can't cash in from close range.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
And this is what Curry does best. He is just a tenacious scorer who just destroys opponents. His offensive arsenal is amazing.
Here's Lee outside. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Iguodala. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Now, here's Cantor. Count the basket.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
The Warriors leading. And here is Curry. Here's Jerebko. No good with the triple. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
Here's Iguodala. Another shot. Yarebko can't get it to go.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Warriors have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Curry kicks to Yarebko. Back to Curry. Golden State moving it around. And Cantor pulls it down. Feeds it to Lee. Stolen by Evans. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. The pull-up. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists tonight. Now here's Moutier, guarded by Kerr. Moutier kicks to Cantor. Knocked loose and stolen by Hezonja. Jumps up and Cantor throws it down.
What a huge target in transition Enes Kanter can be. You love when he runs the floor.
Timeout called the Warriors. A different look for New York. Hardaway's checked in for Robinson. Frank Ntilikina comes in for Lee. And it's Burke in for Moutier. Different look here for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Bell. Draymond Green comes in for Yarebko. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Thompson in for Evans. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Here's Curry. After Enes Kanter's basket, they double-team Curry. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is New York. Hezonja, the pass to Burke. Cousins against Cantor.
Come to me, come to me.
Here's Burke. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking, Greg.
Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Trey Burke. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And stolen by Cousins. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. And that one's good. Durant. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Well, Green can operate as a point forward. This guy exceptional at breaking down the defenses. His instincts are absolutely phenomenal.
And he gets it back. Here's Moutier. New York, no good that time either. The Warriors have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Moment here now for an injury report.
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Knicks head athletic trainer. He informed me that it looks like a strained calf muscle, but he didn't have any further details. He'll be sidelined for the rest of this game, and it doesn't look like he'll be back on the court anytime soon. Very bad news. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Well, and barring any of those setbacks, Greg, I wouldn't be surprised to see him back ahead of the schedule they've laid out for him.
And here is Cousins after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. And Cousins gets it to go.
And just the rugged nature of Cousins, getting into the body there offensively.
Moutier kicks to Hezonja. Pass to Ntilikina. Out to the right wing. Moutier, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Right side Curry. The teardrop falls in. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Ntilikina passes to Hardaway. He kicks it to Cantor. And stolen by Cousins. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Knicks, Porzingis is checked in for Hazanya. And it's Lee in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Curry passes to Thompson. Passes to Green. And Green slams it in.
Boy, you love to see the lift Draymond Green gets on these dunks. Once he's established, forget about it.
Got a piece of it. Outside Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. There's a screen by Cantor. Lee kicks to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Ooh, I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last trip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him. Curry passes to Cousins. At the elbow, Green. Screen by Cousins. Thompson outside. 4 on the clock. Outside Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got 11 in the second half.
Wow, lights out from distance. Durant with a quick high release, just a pure shooter, Kevin.
Cantor against Cousins. Cantor, the pass to Porzingis. 2 points. That one goes. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Warriors leading by 8. The screen from Thompson. Curry kicks to Durant. Cousins with a screen on Hardaway. Shot off the screen. Unable to get that one. The Knicks go the other way with it. Ntilikina passes to Cantor. Shoots over Cousins. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Cantor. The Warriors pull it in. Durant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle, Curry. It's rebounded by New York. Porzingis kicks to Ntilikina. Cousins pulls it in. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis. So it's the Warriors now. 8-point game. And Cousins kicks to Curry. Thompson inside. He's against Lee. Thompson passes to Green. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Curry. Inside. And Green with the basket on the assist by Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 10.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hardaway kicks to Ntilikina. New York moving it around. Cousins against Cantor. It's stolen by Green. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
New York calls timeout. The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant. We knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21, Doris, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, in fact, Kevin, becoming the youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times. And to me, where he's really advanced is his ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor.
Knicks trail by 12. Ntilikina kicks to Porzingis. Got that one up quick. Porzingis has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, good luck blocking that shot. With Porzingis as well defended as you can be, still effective with the jumper.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Now here's Porzingis. There's the pick. Kicks to Cantor. And stolen by Cousins. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
You know, and a lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the carom.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Outside Curry. Thompson in the corner. Curry kicks to Cousins. 5 to shoot. Cousins with a screen for Durant. Over Hardaway. Cousins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Cousins has got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
You gotta love how Cousins uses his size, his reach. He's more prolific on the defensive glass, but obviously a factor on the offensive end as well.
Now here's Durant. Curry kicks to Green. Here's Curry. Green, the screen. Lobbed up there for Durant. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for DeMarcus Cousins.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Livingston with it. Now defended by Moutier. Livingston dishes to Evans. And it's Jerebko, top of the key. The first one falls. Jerebko hits them both. Here's Moutier, and he banks in the layup.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. You know, point guard, force them in a different situation, difficult shots. being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, putting pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.